moment that woman drew near to the well, she saw a Jew. And she began to shut down. Her energy began to diminish. It started to become small and tight, and her heart started to close. Because Jews and Samaritans, she knew from childhood, didn't socialize, didn't mix, didn't talk, certainly didn't share food or water, especially not from the same cup. And she was shutting down. But Jesus addressed her as an equal, as a friend, as a fellow tribesman. And he said, I offer you living water. This story has nothing to do with the water in the well. Nothing. Metaphysically, living water represents life and vital energy. Inner energy. The energy that Michael Singer is speaking of is the living water that Jesus is teaching of. It is exactly the same thing. This was very clear to her understanding, the Samaritan woman's understanding at that time. It's a little more obtuse as we read this story from our contemporary perspective. But we don't have to look too deeply before we understand what he's really saying. His invitation to her is this: look at how your thinking is affecting your energy. Look at how your thinking is affecting your energy. Your beliefs are closing you down. Your beliefs are shutting your heart. And our hearts, the human heart, is the greatest source of all energy in the universe. And I'll include the hearts of all the creatures and critters and crawlers that we share this great world with. It is the heart. That is the biggest valve of energy, the largest source of energy, much larger than our brains. This is what Jesus was saying. Look at how you are thinking. See, every Samaritan who believed that they can only drink from a Samaritan well, every Jew that believes they can only drink from a Jewish well, they're going to become thirsty again and again and again. Because it's a belief in separation. When we believe that we are separated from one another or from God as we understand it, our heart closes down and our energy diminishes. So, my talk title is, where does my energy go? So where does it go? The energy that you had, where does it go when you feel you don't have it any longer? So like spiritual Sherlock Holmes, as we say, Watson, follow the energy. Let's take a look. I want to start to deduce our answers to where energy goes first by looking at how life is meant to work. So say you're in your car, okay? You're out driving. It's a magnificent day. I mean, I want you to, put your hands up. Get in here with me, like the steering wheel, okay? I want you to be there in your car. You're driving down the road. Gorgeous day, sun is shining. Birds above are soaring and singing. The trees are in full bloom. And you're taking everything in. You can let go of the wheel now. You can put it on auto. You're taking everything in. All the passing buildings, the other cars on the road, the pedestrians, the runners, the dog walkers, the cat walkers. I've seen them.
Yeah.
Everything is coming to you and flowing through you. Life is coming to you and flowing through you. And how do you feel? You're taking everything in. And it's just coming to you and flowing through you. It comes into your senses. It makes an impression on you. You do witness it all. But you're not attached to any of it. You're not attached. So it just flows through you. And you feel great. And how's your energy now? It's in balance. It's in balance. Okay. So now you pull up to a stoplight. You're at a red light. You're sitting there. You're doing nothing wrong. You violated no traffic regulations. You're not eating, texting, or doing your makeup. You're paying attention. And all of a sudden, somebody honks at you. At you! Now how do you feel? Your heart starts racing? Your blood pressure starts coming up? You might be thinking or even saying, what the? Oops. That's what you'd say, what the hell?
You might make a hand joke.
Yeah, well. So just a moment, I mean, I know you get it. A moment before, well, how was life? Beautiful, harmonious. You were loving life. It didn't get any better than that. And then just like that, everything changes. And your energy, how's your energy? Tight, compressed. How's your heart? It's closed. It's shutting down. What happened? Where did your energy go? In the instant that that other driver honked at you, it reactivated a stored energy pattern that got set probably decades earlier. It got set maybe 20 or more years earlier. And it might have been at a time that you were sitting at a stoplight, and maybe that day you weren't paying as much attention, so you it took a little longer before you went go on green. And someone honked and yelled and maybe offered you one of their digits. And what happened was this. The negative energy of that moment, and trust me, it was there, in you. It got locked up and stored into a continuous cycle. And it embedded itself in your subconscious. And it lay there dormant, just waiting for each and every next honk. When it's ready to be relived in exquisite detail again and again and again and again. Is this resonating? Have you ever been there? Just like to check sometimes to make sure I'm not like, I'm over here, you guys over there. There's no separation. Sanskrit. I love Sanskrit. It's a dead language, but it's not really dead. No, there are not people walking around on the globe speaking Sanskrit like in ordinary, everyday speech. It lives in yoga practice. It lives in spiritual texts. And in Sanskrit, Sanskrit is a language, it's a spiritual language that has words that I don't think are found in any other spoken language. And there's a word in Sanskrit that's just perfect to what we're talking about. It's called samskara. Say it with me. Samskara. One more time. Samskara. And Sanskrit's great, because if you want to know how it's spelled just like it sounds. Samskara, with a K, not a C. What's a samskara? This is what it is. It is a stored pattern of energy that cycles continuously in the subconscious. A stored pattern of energy that cycles continuously in the subconscious, just waiting to be reawoken and relived in exquisite detail. It is our honk. That is an example of a samskara. And I believe this is true. And if it's not true of you, I bless you, I love you, I appreciate you. I believe it's true of most of us. I can say absolutely it's true of me. We contain lots of them. Lots and lots of samskaras. You see, 2,500 years ago, a Samaritan to a Jew and a Jew to a Samaritan was a virtual samskara. Not even virtual, it was an actual samskara. It was a stored pattern of belief about this other. And these same concepts are, this same dynamic operates today. Now, not all samskaras feel bad. Remember when the phone rang and your girlfriend or your boyfriend called? You know, the one who dumped you? And then just like that, got filled with energy? That created another samskara too, but that one felt great. But it was filled with kind of a manic joy. A manic joy. Do we want to be manic? Do we want to be depressive? No. We want to be in balance. In balance. The path of the spiritual masters, the path you are on right now, is the path to living a samskara-free life. You can create an SFZ. What's that? A samskara-free zone. You can create an SFZ. You can be a virtual walking samskara-free zone. You and I can. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're called to do. There's more to share on this, and I will. For the coming week, my invitation to you is this: to watch. Simply watch. Become aware of the samskaras, if and when they arise in you. Simply notice. Don't judge. Don't judge the samskara. Please don't judge yourself. Don't diminish yourself. Simply watch. Pay attention. Because paying attention to what diminishes our energy is the first step to living with infinite energy. Can I get an amen?
Amen.